Your fruit tree is a long-term investment. The more you can do for the tree at planting time is going to be beneficial in the future years. If your soil is very sandy, it's a good idea to add some well-rotted compost into the base of the planting hole. This will help the roots get established, keep the moisture in the soil and get the early growth that you require from your fruit tree. Timing of planting your fruit tree really depends whether it's a container plant or whether it's a bare root plant. Bare root plants are only dispatched from November through till March, April time during the dormant season. If you're planting a container tree, these can be planted all year round and you're probably going to get much better soil conditions during the summer months during planting than winter. If when your tree arrives it's too wet, the soil is too wet and sticky to plant, take the tree out of the box, soak the tree in water, in a bucket of water for 24 hours and then just temporarily heel into the garden. And heeling in is just a process of taking a couple of spits of soil out of the garden and putting the soil back temporarily over the roots to keep them in a nice moist condition. Having the right tools for the job is essential when you're planting and can make the job quicker and easier on you. So make sure you have the following good quality tools: a spade, a fork, a stake, tie and rabbit guard if required, fertiliser and secateurs. So now our tree's arrived and it's time to put it into its new home. What we need to do is to mark out a nice round hole that's going to be around 12 inches larger than the root size, and start digging down. We've got plenty of organic matter already incorporated into this piece of ground, but we will add a little bit more compost just at the time of planting. Soil conditions are lovely today, nice moist. Don't want to plant the tree too deeply. When we put it into the hole in a minute, we'll have a look that we've got the right depth. Break up the sides of the holes, still allow the roots to get into the new fresh soil. A little bit more and that should be about right. Flatten out the base of the hole, loosen up the base, should be perfect. Add a little bit of grow more into the hole and also onto the soil that we're going to backfill with. If your tree requires a stake, now will be the time to put your tree stake in. If you position it pretty sensible, this is pretty soft, it doesn't require too much banging in, but if your soil is hard and compact, you'll need to knock that in. Now we'll take the tree out the bag. The soil, the roots have been soaked in a bucket 24 hours prior to planting. We'll put the tree against the stake and now it's time to just backfill in with some compost. We know we're at the right height. This is the original soil height. You'll see the rootstock here and the graft here. Make sure you never plant the graft below the soil level. So you'll see the original level that the tree was on in the nursery, and that's the level you should be working to. So now just backfill the compost. It's always a good idea to give the tree a bit of a shake as the soil's going in, so the soil gets around in amongst all the roots. Let's 3/4 fill the hole. Again, give it a good shake. Get all the soil down amongst the roots. Now's the time to tread. Firm the tree into the position. Go all the way around the tree. There we go. Nice and firm. Now's a good time to give it a good watering. It's good to give it a good soak in at this stage. That should soak in nicely. And now backfill the rest of the soil. If rabbits are a problem in your garden, it's a good idea to put a spiral tree guard around the base and simply start from the bottom and unwrap the guard around the base of the tree, and this will stop any rabbits chewing away at that young bark. Now we need a tree tie to secure the tree to the stake. These are expandable rubber ties. Do a cross and into the hole. After a year you may need to loosen these off a little bit, but there's your fruit tree planted. If you've got more questions about planting and you're unsure about planting into the right situation and at the right time, we do have a fruit grower's handbook on our website, and there's more information about planting there.